You have the perfect physique. Jacked, but not too jacked. Not only does it look good, but it's functional, skillful, and overall, you have great health. With a chiseled jawbone and a thick neck that signals attraction and masculinity. Skin and hair that's well taken care of and youthful beyond your age. A penis that's above average and performs like a porn star. Not only do you look great naked, you have style of a high-value man. That drives in nice cars with homes around the world and assets that allow you to live a lifestyle to become cultured, well-connected, and competent. You understand male and female dynamics that allows you to strategize the most powerful mating strategies to attract the rarest woman in this world. You have awareness and dedication to unprogram from media lies, to focus on your purpose, and to focus on building a high-leverage, high-income business. Am I saying something that's out of your control? Weak men will think this. Strong and dedicated men will know that this is possible and focus on what's in their control. I'm here to tell you that every single man can live the most powerful male life with the right strategy and dedication. It's time, men, to embrace your power. Let's dive deep into the 22 unlocks to max out male life. We're living in a world today where modern men are below average. I'd say the average man is a 3 out of 10. We're not putting the work in, we're rejecting our masculine instincts, and we're getting addicted to modern day pleasures. And because of this, we are broke, we are overweight, we are feminized, we have low testosterone, we are sexless, and overall, we're not living a good male life. But then there's the male outlier. And I'm guessing if you're watching this, you already are one or trying to become one. And male outliers focuses on what's in their control and they put in the work. The male outlier has an open mind with the intention to max out male life. He puts in the work every single day. He focuses on what's in his control. And because of this, he gains access to abundance in all parts of life, especially because most men today aren't putting in the work. So just with a little bit of a work, he destroys his competition. But imagine with a lot of work. Imagine how much more powerful you can become. And this is not because of luck. This is because of hard work and dedication, and every single man can achieve this. And I want to touch on what's in your control and what's not in your control, because everything I'm gonna lay out on this video is in your control. And weak men will complain and focus on what's out of their control to allow them to play a victim and remain in a weak state. But strong men will only focus on what's in their control. And I'm telling you, men, right now, there are so many things that is in your control that can greatly enhance your life and level up your life. And that is exactly what this video is about. Because there's some things I can't change, and I don't care about those things. I do care about the things that are in my control and I can change. So now going into my stats so far, because I'm on this journey with you. It's been my passion, my purpose to max out male life for myself, at the same time to help other men. And along each 22 unlock, I'll be rating myself in each area and showing you my progress. Some areas I've made some great progress, and some areas I have made very little progress. But the entire reason of showing this is to first show that what is possible, and to show that everything I talk about on this channel, I do myself. I'm on the journey with you. Let's start off with the first male unlock to max out male life, and that is gaining 25 pounds of lean functional muscle. I strongly believe that every single man can achieve this, so for my rating is an 8 out of 10 in this category. But if you never worked out in your life and you start working out, first you'll get some beginner gains, which is 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. 2 or 3 more years in the gym, maybe another 5 pounds of muscle. 2 or 3 more years in the gym again, maybe another 5 pounds of muscle. But pretty much over a 7-10 year span of working out, you can easily gain 25 pounds of lean muscle, which have a huge impact on how you look, how you feel, and your overall health. And this is very critical for attraction. I believe the easiest way to go about this is to look at a guy named Kino Body combined with an animal-based diet. And you'll see, men, I'm not gonna go in depth over the exact how-to of each unlock, but I'll be giving the basics to really get you started on the journey, and as well to open your mind to the possibilities. But overall, every single man should be in the gym and should be trying to gain at least 25 pounds of lean functional muscle. Now let's start with the second unlock, and that's just living a healthy lifestyle. And for my stats, I give myself an 8 out of 10 in this category. Pretty much for all the health things, I focus a lot on health. They're pretty high because I've been working on for many, many years. But when I think of healthy lifestyles for a man, there are basic ones that really stand out. And that is fasting, movement, animal-based diet, sun, sleep, clean drinking water, little to no processed foods or drugs and alcohol, and supplementation just for basic brain health and high testosterone. And when I think of supplementation, I think of all the natural stuff. And a great quote I like from First Man is that a man's lifestyle is a reflection of his maturity. A mature man values being healthy, values taking care of himself, because he knows there's a direct correlation to how he feels, how he works on his purpose, and overall the quality of life. And men, these are such low-hanging fruits that every man can greatly benefit from. So please check out my other videos where I go in depth over healthy living, because these lifestyle factors will make a huge difference in how you feel today and from 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Third unlock is semen retention. And then for this category, I give myself an 8 out of 10. And the reason why is that I've been practicing this for many, many years, and now I'm at the point where I can pretty easily have an internal orgasm, and for the most part, I may lose my seed once a month, maybe twice a month. It really depends on the month, but for the most part, I retain it pretty well. And you must understand, man, that your sexual energy is the most powerful energy in this universe. It's the energy to create everything in life. You can use this energy to build your business, to work on your purpose, to go to the gym, to be present with your woman, to be present with yourself. But most men waste it away on pixels on a screen or on a tissue. We must conserve this energy to become the most powerful man. And again, I have in-depth videos over semen retention, so please check that out. But don't underlook the power of holding your semen. Now let's go into jaw and neck training. And this can make a huge difference in your attraction level, especially looking more masculine. And for myself, I give myself an 8 out of 10 in this category. I've been heavily focused on orthotropics and neck training for about 4 or 5 years now, maybe a little bit longer. And you can see my transformation. It does take time, but it does work. And just some of the basics, men, is just mewing, which is bring the tongue to the roof of your mouth, and mouth taping, and then as well, you can do some neck training in the gym. I do have in-depth videos over orthotropics and looksmaxing, but you must realize, man, that you can change your facial structures, you can grow a thicker neck, and this will make a pretty big difference over how you look, especially if you want to look more masculine, which I'm guessing that is what you want. The fifth unlock to max out male life is hygiene. And for myself, I give myself a 7 out of 10 in this category, just because some hygiene stuff is just more expensive and takes more time, but for the most part, I'm doing pretty good with it. I'm making sure that all my hygiene stuff is non-toxic, it smells good, it's masculine, I'm taking care of my skin, I'm getting haircuts, you know, everything I can just to be a clean looking man. And hygiene is so important, men, because this can make a huge difference when it comes to your attraction, as well just as aging, as well just for your overall health. So many men are using hygiene products that destroys the hormonal level and destroys their attraction. And when it comes to functional hygiene and hygiene and just in general, here are the biggest bangs for your buck, because I'm not trying to become a woman and spend hours on my hygiene. Just the biggest ones that make the biggest difference. First, a clay mask once a week, once every 2 weeks can make a big difference in your skincare over a long period of time. Second, having some kind of facial cleanser and facial moisturizer, making sure it's non-toxic. My favorite brand is Altera. Third, having a good soap that does not destroy your hormones. My favorite soap is Tactical Soap, which actually enhances your pheromones and is 100% natural. Fourth is having some kind of cologne that smells masculine and as well as natural. My favorite is Forest Lungs, because it's actually a functional cologne. It's good for your hormones and it smells masculine. A lot of natural colognes smell horrible. Next on the list when it comes to good hygiene is using a natural shampoo and conditioner. I used to be kind of against shampoos and conditioners, but as I got more into natural shampoos, I saw the benefit in it, and this can make a big difference keeping nice healthy hair. And along with that, focusing on scalp brushing, which can be a great way to stimulate hair follicles and to keep a healthy scalp. And then there's other things you can do for your hair health, but that is the more advanced thing. But overall, just cleaning your hair and using natural shampoo and conditioners can make a big difference in how it looks and the quality of your hair. And then continuing with hair, getting haircuts every 2 weeks is ideal, at least once a month. But looking well groomed is very important for maxing out first your hair, as well as looking like a high value man. Personally, I get my haircut every 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, man, always having a clean fade makes a big difference. I get multiple compliments from girls saying, one reason why I liked you is because you look so well put together, just because of my haircut. And the last main thing on hygiene, man, is taking care of your teeth. Staying away from fluoride toothpaste, flossing, tongue scraping, and oil pulling. I'll make sure that whatever you're doing to your oral health will protect your testosterone, as well having great teeth, great gums, and great breath. But these are just some of the things that I currently do and I think will make a huge difference in your hygiene, especially over a period of time. And the thing is, man, good women want a man that smells clean and masculine and as well has high testosterone. And this is exactly what these hygiene practices do for you. The sixth unlock to max out male life is functional living, which myself, I give a 7 out of 10 because this one takes more conscious effort. It's kind of more not really mainstream and it just takes more work. When I think of functional living, I'm thinking wear proper shoes because so many shoes are horrible for men, knowing how to train correctly because so many men are just doing bodybuilding, which sure you can build muscle, but it's horrible for your movement, horrible for your joints, as well being mindful of your posture and your working posture. Like for example, I'm making sure that when I'm working, I'm doing functional stuff to help my posture, help my neck, help my wrists, as well just throughout my house. I'm making sure I'm wearing non-toxic clothes, I'm drinking very clean water, just everything I can to really make sure that I'm more natural, more aligned with how my body is supposed to be functioning. Another example is making sure I'm not blasting LEDs all day long in my house. These are small things I do just to make sure I'm living the most optimal life. And the thing about functional living is that you won't see a huge impact right away. It's more will take years and years to see a big difference. For example, I used to work at a clinic and these people would come in with horrible posture, foot pain, knee pain, and most of it came from what they did every single day. They had a horrible workstation, they had horrible shoes, they were blasting blue light all day long so they couldn't sleep. These small things will make a huge difference in your life. Number 7 to max out male life is penis growth. And if you see my channel, guys, you know I'm big into penis health. And yes, it's possible to greatly enhance your penis health, to make it thicker, to make it longer, to make it stronger. And for myself, I give myself a 7 out of 10 in this category. I've made some pretty big impact in this area. I've grown almost 2 inches of length and almost an inch of girth, just way stronger erections, way more confidence in the bed. But every single man can grow at least 1 inch in the pants. And the average penis is 5.1 inches. And I will say, men, that the average penis is not what women want. Ideally, they want a penis around 7 inches in length and about 5 inches in girth. So every man can achieve at least 1 inch increase in length and at least a ½ inch in girth. If you do want to go deeper into it, you can add more. It just takes more time and dedication. But just some of the main ones to really get you started is think of jelqing, Kegels, low tension traction, and then supplementation, and just practicing the techniques. I have in-depth videos over penis health, so please check those out. But you must realize, men, that size does matter. If a woman's being honest, she will say, I want a man with an above average size penis, and every single man can achieve that. Number 8 to max out male life, and this is a new one I'm getting into, and that is stomach vacuums. You're probably thinking, Matthew, why is this an unlock? Well, first, I give myself a 5 out of 10 in this category because I just started practicing and it does take a couple months or years to really get it down. But stomach vacuums are not only great just for your internal health, like your stomach and your organs, but it's amazing at shrinking down your waist, which is super important for aesthetics. Because one of the most important things in physical attraction for a man is the shoulder to hip ratio. And the smaller your waist is, the bigger you're gonna have that shoulder to hip ratio. And I've seen men shrink their waist 1 to 2 inches just from stomach vacuums. And this is one of the unlocks that is definitely not on the high priority, but it's definitely worth adding in because it can make a big difference for LooksMaxing. Number 9 unlock to max out male life is advanced health. And for this category, I give myself a 7 out of 10 just because I'm a big biohacker and I love doing that kind of stuff. But men, these things can make a big difference to really bring together all the things you're doing in your life. When I think of advanced health, I'm thinking of ice baths, saunas, red light therapy, doing different kind of biohacks, IVs, vitamin injections. And then even going deeper, you can do like PRP, stem cell injections. Now, those things are way more expensive, but I will say there is so much to gain when it comes to advanced health. It definitely does take more time and money, but that is why it's advanced. And especially as you get older, focusing on advanced health can make a huge difference in quality of life and your physical appearance. Number 10 unlock is Advanced Anabolics, which I've just started getting more into, and for myself, I give it 4 out of 10. And there's definitely some controversy out there, you know, is it good, is it bad for you? For me, I do think there's a right way to use Advanced Anabolics to really max out male life, to really give you that edge. But when I think of Advanced Anabolics, I'm thinking of peptides and clonopin citrate, oral steroids like Anavar, and even testosterone, and even human growth hormones, so different hormone therapy treatments. I do believe there's a right time and place for these, especially with the right strategy, that can make a big difference in quality of life. So that is why I give myself a 4 out of 10, because I've been using peptides, I've been using clonopin, and now I'm looking more into, you know, oral steroids, and I'm looking more into, you know, testosterone. I haven't done it yet, but I'm still looking into it, but I do see the potential and how much I can add to male life, especially if you're already doing the lifestyle factors, you're already working working out, you're doing everything else, this will be the cherry on top. It's very, very important we do this at the right time. So please check out my video I just released over my first steroid cycle. I go in depth over my strategy and how I'll be doing that. Number 11 on the unlock to max out male life is Advanced LooksMaxing. And for myself, I give myself a 1 out of 10 in this category just because I'm not there yet. I don't really need it just yet. I don't have the money for it. But when I think of this category, I'm thinking like first, just like simple things like going to a med spa and getting like a pedicure, a manicure, maybe like an advanced skincare. And then even going further into like a hair transplant, which is probably for me going to be like the biggest thing I'll be doing maybe in my later 30s or whenever I have the money for it. But those things can make a huge difference, especially a hair transplant. I've seen some insane before and afters of a man, getting a hair transplant and getting on TRT. He's legit a different man. I definitely do things at time and place for Advanced LooksMaxing, but it's more the idea of having your mind open to this and how much this can change a man's life. Number 12 unlock to max out male life is marriage and kids timing. And for myself, I give myself a 9 out of 10 in this category because I've read a lot of books on the subject. I've listened to a lot of divorce lawyers, and for the most part, I would say I'm pretty aware of how to best maximize a man's mating strategy. Because right now I'm 27, I have no kids, no pets, I'm a complete bachelor, and I really enjoy it. And the thing is, men, you must understand a few things. Men don't really peak until the mid to late 30s. There was a study done where men in the 38 to 44 were getting the most swipes on dating apps. 38 to 44, not 25, not 27, 38 is when it starts getting really good for most men. Around 30 is probably when it really starts. But as you can see, if you're younger than that, it's best just to work on yourself so that when you do hit your peak, you can really find the best mate for yourself. And as well, men, when it comes to marriage, for the most part, marriage is no longer a good option for most men. It's very high risk for most men, as well a low reward. The only exception I can see is that if you met a woman who is just head over heels into you, who's like a virgin, super beautiful, not into the woke culture, like against feminism, like really wants to support you, very traditional, like wants to be a feminine, beautiful woman, which men is very, 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 very unlikely, especially in the West. But if you do find that, I do think it could be an amazing thing because in that point, it can be a huge benefit for your life, really complement your life and grow as a man. But if you don't find that, it's best just to wait until you're really maxed out and then find the best woman you can. Number 13 unlock to max out male life is awareness and purpose. And for myself, I give myself an 8 out of 10 because I spent many, many, many years reading books, meditating, and I still do that every single day just to really max out my male life and as well to max out my purpose. And with this, man, it's so important that you unprogram from media because media is telling men not to be masculine. Media is telling men to stay in your 9 to 5, to be fair-based, to like not eat meat. This is a bunch of BS. Just some quick unprogramming right now is that a 9 to 5 is a trap. Formal education is not a good idea. Marriage is not a good idea. And being masculine is a good thing. And I think some of the best ways to really understand these things is to spend time alone, do meditation, and read some masculine literature. And some of the best masculine literature on the subject is The Way of a Superior Man, The Wall Speaks, The Rational Male, The Unplugged Alpha. Read these books and allow it to sit with you because it is painful to unprogram, but so crucial to max out male life because I see so many men brainwashed into the typical media and they live a below average male life. Number 14 to unlock male life is lifestyle. And for myself, I give myself a 6 out of 10. And the reason why, yes, I'm living a cool life now. I'm out of the matrix. I have my time freedom. I'm making some good money now. But for the most part, I'm still grinding my business quite a bit. I work every single day. I work out every single day. Yeah, I'm doing more cool things now, but I'm not traveling. I don't have fancy cars. I'm not really I don't have a lifestyle just yet where it's super cool, super exciting, super adventurous. But these things are important, man. If you do want to first just live the best life and at the same time attract the best woman, you have to have a lifestyle that is attractive. And this requires time freedom and money freedom, which is extremely hard to get, but I do believe every single man can achieve these things with the right strategy. But one of the biggest things I see is that men will achieve this as time freedom and money freedom and do nothing with it. They're so bored, just watching Netflix and doing nothing cool with their life. Once you have that, you must start doing cool things. For example, I started doing MMA classes and I just started taking dance classes. This way, my life is becoming more exciting. And then in the near future, I'll be traveling around the world and just doing different things. So it's very important that once you gain this power, start using this power to live an awesome life. Number 15 to unlock male life is building wealth, which is pretty obvious. And for myself, I give myself a 4 out of 10. This is the first month of my life to actually hit over 30K a month, which is pretty awesome, pretty exciting. But that doesn't really mean much because this is only my second month of actually making good money. And I actually want to build a wealth, not become rich. And this is so important, men, is that you focus on building a high leverage business that will focus on building wealth. Because let's say I make 20K every single month for the next year, but I spend it all away on doing dumb things. That is gonna put me in a horrible spot. Where what I'm doing, I'm using all that money to reinvest back into my business and then take that money and invest it into other businesses. So by the time I'm like in my 30s, I'm building wealth and not becoming rich. And this is so crucial to maxing out male life and to really unlocking all the other unlocks, because without money, you can't invest in Advanced Anabolics, you can't invest in Advanced LooksMaxing, you can't invest in lifestyle. Like, it's so important that you max out wealth, especially in the right way. That's why I'm a big fan of an online business. And just some books I highly recommend is reading Russell Brunson and Alex Hormozi. Those are all you need to get started and to start building an online business, actually build wealth. Number 16 to max out male life is community. And for myself, I give myself a 6 out of 10. And I'm very blessed that just this year, I found some amazing men that are jacked, they're masculine, they're building their businesses, they're spiritual, and because of that, it has pushed me up. And as well, I've been a part of their network to allow me to grow more. Like, for example, I have different connections now because they're high level, I'm high level. So it's so important, men, you find a strong community, because men need to stick together. We need a tribe. Men alone are not good, and this is what the government wants. They want people to separate. When we're separated, we're much easier to control and we're weak-minded, but men together, strong men together, is very powerful, and the synergy is amazing. And it's very important, men, that you're only around men that bring you up or are going towards that direction. It's not worth your time to be around men who are going nowhere. You are the sum of the average 5 people you spend the most time with. And the reason why I give myself a 6 out of 10 on the scale is because right now, it's hard for me to really spend time with these men because they're in different places around the world. And as well, these are great men, but at the same time, we're both gonna level up more and more in the future, which naturally in a couple of years, will probably be 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 because we're all focused on maximizing male life. Number 17 to max out male life is game. And for myself, I give myself a 7 out of 10. I've been very grateful. I've read tons and tons of books on dating. I've had lots of dating experience. I've learned a lot, but I'm still pretty bad in some areas. I still make a lot of dumb mistakes, a lot of beta moves, a lot of the scarcity mindset, but I'm getting better every single day. But men, this is so important, because I've seen so many men who are great shape, making great money, like skillful, all these amazing things, but they have no idea of game and they get trapped in relationships, or they're being whipped in relationships, and overall they're with a woman that does not complement their life. As a man, you must understand what it means to be a man, and you must understand women. If you don't, you're gonna fail and you run into a lot of roadblocks that can greatly cause interference in your life. I think the easiest way to sum up game is to always chase excellence and focus on your purpose, because that's the easiest way to attract high quality women into your life and to keep attraction high, because you don't want to focus on women, you want to focus on yourself and your purpose. But there are some great books to read that you must read consistently, because a lot of men will read these books and then they'll get lost in love and then they'll forget all these principles, because it takes consistent practice to really internalize these things. But here are some of my favorite ones that made a big difference, and that is The Irrational Male, The Unplugged Alpha, The Wall Speaks, which, men, that is probably the best book I read so far on what it means to be a man, and as well having game. But men, do not underestimate the importance of having good game, especially after you actually date a woman. Because I see men who have great game, but once they actually date a woman and actually get her locked up, they just give up and stop using game, and then the relationship turns very toxic and not fulfilling. Number 18 to max out male life is fashion. Dressing well is very important for a man. And for myself, I give myself a 5 out of 10 in this category, just because, man, I've been so focused on fitness and money for most of my life, and that fashion has not been that important to me, just because it makes more sense to spend more money on my business and on my health. But I don't dress bad. I have clothes that fit me well, but actually my clothes have holes in it, but no one really can really see those things. But I just haven't spent much money on fashion. But I definitely in the future, probably when I'm 28 or even sooner, will really get more into fashion, because, man, if you have a good physique, you have good confidence, dressing well can make a huge difference in how people perceive you, as well how you perceive yourself. And pretty much my plan is I want to outsource this. So eventually I want to hire a stylist and tell them hey, this is what I envision, find it for me. But man, fashion can really bring things together. The one mistake I see is men focus on fashion but have nothing to back it up. They spend all this money on clothes, but they have no business, they have no physique, they have no confidence. So that is being fake. Focus on the deeper things to become a high value man, like building a business, having good physique, having good character, and then use fashion to really tie things together. Number 19 to max out male life, and that is being competent. And for myself, I give myself a 4 out of 10, which honestly, man, I haven't really focused on that skill, because I've been so tunnel vision on working out and business. And I don't have that much life experience with like traveling or being in very tough situations or how to, I just haven't put myself in those situations because really I want wealth and I want my health. And then once I have those things, then I'm gonna focus a lot more on becoming well-rounded and becoming competent. But becoming competent is a very, very important skill as a man. You must understand the world and how it works and how to maneuver in the world. And some examples when I think of man being competent is like, for example, knowing how to fix basic things, knowing how to speak different languages, knowing how to travel internationally pretty at ease, knowing just how to maneuver in different situations. And this skill is not only amazing for yourself, but it's a huge attraction thing for a woman. 20 unlocked to max out male life is having good assets. And for myself right now, a 2 out of 10, just because like, all my money and all my time has been going into my business and in my health. I'm also 27, but definitely in the near future, I definitely plan to have some assets. And it's very important, man, that I think the best way to have assets is use them to make money and have a lifestyle. So for example, one thing I want to do is actually buy houses, turn them into Airbnbs. So first I can live in them whenever I want to, but at the same time make money. So use these assets to actually live a cool lifestyle and to make money. So this can be like houses, this can be cars, this can be jets, any other thing. And actually, for example, jets can be rented out. Like I know people who will buy a jet and then rent it out when they're not using it. So this way, either you're breaking even or even making some money at the same time having a private jet. Number 21 to unlock male life is having skills. And for myself, I give myself a 2 out of 10 in this category. I just now started getting more into other skills. For example, I've been learning how to dance. I've been learning how to fight recently. So I'm slowly getting in there. And this is very, very important just for your own development as a man to learn and grow, but the same idea for attraction. The last thing you want to do to a woman is to bore her. If all you're doing is just work and going home and watching Netflix, that is boring, men. You want to expand your life. You want to learn new things, do different things. So I'm thinking of dancing, fighting, learning new languages, like having new hobbies. Like especially if you're a man with time freedom and money freedom, it's time to take advantage of that and live a cool lifestyle. And the last unlock on this is being cultured. And for myself, I'm a 1 out of 10. Just because, man, I haven't really done much traveling. As I mentioned multiple times in this video, I've been super tunnel vision on just my businesses and my health. And definitely in the near future, I want to travel and to really learn more about the world. I think this is very important, again, for your own development, but the same idea, very important to find high quality men and high quality women into your life. Because if you're more cultured, that means you've been to different places. You understand the world in different perspectives that can greatly enhance your life in multiple areas. So men, to close out this video, I want to talk a little bit about understanding levels of life, because there are levels of life, like so many different levels. And if you improve one area of your life, it will affect every other area of your life. However, though, it's so important, man, that you don't get lost in more of like the superficial, not as important levels of life. Like for example, if all you care about is fashion and looks maxing, but nothing about like fitness, nothing about money, you're kind of missing out on some of the most important things. However, though, if you improve fitness, you're gonna improve your money. If you improve money, you're gonna improve your fitness. If you improve your game, you'll improve your fit. It's like everything is connected. But man, the most important is fitness and money, which for me, I spent most of my last 15 years focusing on. So here are some future things I plan to do to level up myself. And I will be making videos over all of this, man, to really show you how I'm gonna max out male life. The first one is I'm looking into Advanced Anabolics. As you see my last video, I went in depth over my first steroid cycle. So I'm thinking of like some Anavar, some testosterone. I have no idea yet. I'm still talking to research and doctors to see what is the best route. Also looking into a hair transplant into my mid-30s. If I need a hair transplant, I have no idea yet, but I will be looking more into advanced anabolics, which can increase hair loss, so who knows. Also want to do some IV therapy, some stem cells. I want to actually buy a nice car soon because my car is pretty old, but I'm only going to buy a car when I have a surplus of money. I also want to buy some more businesses and build more businesses. I want to buy some homes and turn them into Airbnbs. I want to travel, learn some new languages, and I want to hire someone to help with my fashion. So these are some things that I'll be working on the next 5, 10, 15 years, but I definitely plan to share my journey along the way and how I go about maxing out male life. Well, anyways, man, this video was long. As you can see, man, there's a lot in your control. So even if you're 5'2" and you think your life is over, man, if you max out everything in this category, which it takes a ton of work and a ton of time, it's not easy to do, but you can do it. It will dramatically change your life. So there's so much in your control. Focus on what's in your control, max those areas out, and watch what happens to your life. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.